And we are fixing to get some real knowledge dropped on you by a true rock star in the real estate business. I first met Tara 7 years ago when I was a team leader with Keller Williams in Coral Springs. I had the privilege of working with her during the entire time that I was team leader for Keller Williams. We became friends. She became an inspiration to me. We've co-taught many classes together. Tara is an instructor for Michael Mayer and the 7 levels of communication. You definitely want to buy this book, read this book. And also, anytime you have an opportunity to attend training that is 7-level training with Tara Carter as a guest speaker, definitely attend. She is also a speaker, instructor, and coach for Jeff Glover. Matter of fact, if I'm not wrong, she is just now returning from a Jeff Glover event and found the time to be with us this morning on Survive to Thrive. And Tara, if you would just take yourself off mute, and we're going to get started.
Hello, I am super happy to be here, and thank you for that. And you are right, I'm in actually Traverse City. It is the last day. We have masterminds today, and then we come home.
There you go.
Thanks for having me.
There you go. Oh, it's our privilege. So Tara, let's start with give everybody kind of an introduction into who's Tara Carter. What have you done in the last 7 years? Where are you today? Just give us a little bit more information about you and your journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am what we call a preschool teacher turned nightclub manager. And then I got into the real estate business about 10 years ago with selling new construction, ultra luxury modern. And that was just through the power of relationships, and landed a job with no real estate experience. So I landed a job of a $90 million project and then never even had a real estate license. So I took the week paid vacation and took the week real estate school and quit my career of 10 years and jumped all in. And here we are. I am actually a 3rd generation realtor. So I never wanted to do it with my family. How funny is that? So now I am on the team with my family. We have been number 1, sometimes number 2. We bounce back and forth in regards to unit count volume. And for the last 7 years, I also am the productivity coach for 3 offices and have my own coaching that is separate outside of the organization, as John had mentioned, through 7 levels of communication. The majority of my business is based on relationships and love, appreciation, and generosity. And it was about 35 million and never paid for a lead before. There
we go. Very awesome. Tara, so we know that in order to get to better, we have to get to different, right? And I know you've made some significant changes in your life that have caused you to be where you are today. I mean, the Tara Carter I know today is not the Tara Carter I knew in 2016.
Facts.
Yeah, let me get back to the question. So talk to us about the changes that you have made.
Well, it depends. You want to be a little bit more specific, because that's a super broad question.
Yeah. Okay. So let's focus on real estate. What changes have you made in your real estate career to get where you are? Mega agent, productivity coach for 3 offices, certified 7-level trainer. It didn't just happen. You had to make changes in order to get there.
Well, I think that's what it goes. You're looking for that leadership lid, right? Like, who is the leaders that I'm following? Who are the people from the very beginning that I sought out to have as mentors, as coaches? You know, I truly believe that in order to succeed in this business, you need a coach. Period. I'm sure that's why the majority of people are on this call, because they have you, and having you as my coach was extremely helpful. And so you were the top of my leadership lid. And at some points, especially, we have to, the more that we grow, we also have to grow a leadership lid. So it's really looking like, who are you surrounding yourself with? Like, who are you having conversations with? Who's holding you accountable?
Yeah, great, good conversation. So how do you respond to disappointments how do you get over disappointments? What's the first thing you do when faced with failure?
Call that the 5-second funeral. uh, Sometimes it's a 5-minute funeral, sometimes it's 5 seconds. There was something that I had always heard that stuck with me, and especially when we get rejection. Although I know that in order for me to really succeed, I need to be rejected more. If you're not getting enough rejection, then you're not working hard enough, period. So it's facing that fear and doing it anyways. And you got to get rejected. Like if your conversion ratios are 100%, then you're not calling enough people.
There it is. Yeah. Everybody, pen and paper, write it down, write it down, write it down. That was,
think about
that was a gold nugget.
How much, when's the last time that you were rejected? Or are you just really, really scared of rejection? And that's the reason why you're not picking up the phones.
Really good question. Hey, okay, so just a quick timeout here for everybody that's on the call with us. If you have a question for Tara, please raise your digital hand, because in a few minutes, I'm going to get to questions and give you an opportunity to drive this call and ask Tara questions. Tara, what's next for you? Where do you want to be?
That is a great question. So in regards to the event that I'm at right now with Ed Milet was our guest speaker. And I realized that I'm really where I need to be. I am exactly where I want to be. I have created a life by design, and I truly feel like I don't wake up and go to work. I don't need a vacation. Like I'm so over the people that tell me like, Tara, you work so hard, you do this. The difference is that people want to do what I do, but they don't want to do what I've done. They just want to skip the do and just get to the done. The difference is if you really want to do what I do, then you have to do what I did and what I continue to do to work on myself on a daily basis. And if you don't, then you're in deep doo-doo, and that's not my problem. I get people too that say they want to shadow me. They start shadowing me for the day and they're like, whoa, this is too much. You're a maniac. And I'm like, I'm fine. I don't need anybody to tell me to slow down at all, because I know what my limits are. And I also know what my contingency plan is when I get burnt out. Although when you really, really, really love what you do, it sounds cliche, you really aren't working a day in your life. Like I don't need a vacation. Like I'm at a real estate conference that I'm in upstate Michigan, and it's beautiful out, and I'm working and it's a vacation. Does that make sense? Like I'm so grateful to have designed this life. And next will be a bold coach. And I think I'm auditioning in August. So that's super exciting. And then I'm looking to build an expansion team. I've learned that success through others makes me more happy than me just selling.
Love that. If I were one of your coaching clients, okay, so you're a productivity coach in 3 offices, you have lots of coaching clients. And if I were one of your coaching clients and you were going to give me advice, what would be the top 3 things you would tell me I need to do?
You do not have the right to get creative until you are consistent. Write that one down.
Write it down.
You don't have the right to be creative until you're consistent. Follow the model. Like this is not rocket science. We overcomplicate this business. It is not rocket science. And so if you just understand the fundamentals, like you have to master matrix, you have to master your CRM. Those 2 things you have to master no matter what. And then, are you really doing the daily activities of what it takes to be all in? Like get in the office, stop working from home, get in the office.
Love it. Okay. So Tyler P, Manuel, you're on deck. Tyler P, talk to me.
All right. Question for the lovely Miss Carter here. Now, I don't necessarily believe that there's a silver bullet out there for someone, hey, do this and you'll become, massively successful. But I do believe in what I call a silver maze, whereas people, they take some sort of strategic path that was well thought out to get where they are. And my question for you is, what do you see as your strategic path that really took you from, let's just say, like a beginner in the business to eventually, a ton of production?
The secret path, building my business based on generosity, and joining a generosity generation which is
Okay.
reading that book, 7 Levels of Communication. That's about 80% of my business is what it's built on. And what's interesting about it is now that I've been in the business 9 years, I don't even know how long it's been. I'm going to the conferences the last few years, really since COVID. Like COVID disrupted our world. Like I personally feel COVID was a complete blessing, and I'm not going to go there. And so what I've noticed is the trend of what the real estate companies and the real estate experts and the biggest coaching companies, like everything is going back to what I started the foundation of my business, which is based on relationships. How to take the relationships that you have and turn them into referrals. Like it is, I will toot my own horn, John Dietz, you are going to be so proud of me. Last week, I won 2 deals. I won a 2.5 million expired listing against the number 2 luxury agent, who also is the guy who farms the building in Fort Lauderdale. And he also just sold the developer's unit, and I got it. And I got it because I had communicated to him, it's about relationships. So it wasn't about, where are you moving to? Okay, I'm moving to Implantation. That's great. What is that going to do for you? Well, I eventually want to retire. Where are you going to retire? How much money do you need to retire? So we learned if he can sell for 2.5, take that money. Instead of spending 900, I'd like him to spend 800. So therefore he has 500 to be able to go to Utah, have a ski resort home. When I left, I gave him a gift to his 2 dogs that were his babies and apparently celebrities on Chewy.com. So I gave him a gift, which was a mountain dog toy with 3 elks that came out of it and a note that said, "Hi, Bo and Bella. It was so nice to play with you. Thank you for all the kisses. I can't wait. Here's a reminder of what it would be like to play in the mountains with your daddy soon." Now, this is a 5 to 7 year wealth plan. That $25 gift after my appointment just landed me $102,000 commission. It's the people. Just give a crap about the people, and the rest shows up, and get really, really good at asking questions.
And who are the best people to build relationships with?
If you're in the real estate business,
Yes.
debt, divorce, and disease. 3 Ds. Debt, anybody in the debt, divorce, and disease. Anybody in those 3 industries is going to give you a higher ROI, because that's the 3 reasons why people typically move. Debt, divorce, disease.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Manuel, you're up.
Hi, I appreciate all the information you're providing us. I agree with you. If you're doing something you love, you're not working a single day in your life. And you mentioned something about people shadowing you. And once they shadow you for 2 days, they give up, or they say, hell, I'm not doing this. What does a day in your life look like?
I think that's, it's going to be a different question now than what it was before. I am a high I on the DISC profile and a D under pressure. So if you don't know what that is, I highly suggest you look into the DISC profile. And so what happens with the DISC as a high I, which majority of real estate agents are actually high I's, is one of the things that we hate more than anything is mundane, boring tasks that is the same thing over and over and over again. So it's like, oh, squirrel. Oh, wait, what was I talking about again? Squirrel. Oh, wait, I forgot what I was doing. I had to call that person. Like, it's all over, right? So I struggle with, and John will tell you, I'm very transparent. I struggle with discipline and consistency. And I recognize that I need structure. So it's interesting, I pay for people to tell me what to do, because I crave structure. It's not like I'm not responsible enough to do that myself. Yet I'm not, because I need to pay people to tell me what to do in order to really hit my goals. So my day to day is going to be a little different, because now that I'm a coach and have my own agents besides my own business, I can tell you that I have theme days. So you can I plan out a growth calendar. You can ask me a month right now between now and next October, and I'll tell you what dates I will be gone for traveling, whether it's for personal or it's for business. You could also ask me any day of the week, what am I likely doing? And each day has a theme. So for example, Mondays is every seller every Monday. And it's also now my full coaching day. I coach my agents all day on Mondays. So every seller every Monday gets an update from me. This really stopped my phone from ringing. You know, like, hey Tara, how'd that showing go that they just left? I don't have time to talk to you. When you have multiple listings going on, I don't have time to answer every inquiry. So I like to get my time back, and I like leverage. So if you teach people how to treat you, I let them know that every seller, every Monday, you will hear from me. And the structure of the call looks like this. Here's what's been done. Here's what's happening now. And here's what's going to happen next. And any questions? Typically none at all. And sometimes the call looks like this. Hey, it's Tara, and it's as Monday, promise, wanted to give you an update. I really don't have an update for you right now. Everything's still the same. I'll let you know when we do. And if you have any questions, if not, I'll talk to you next Monday.
Great. Thank you very much for the information.
You're welcome.
So you are very structured now. I mean, you have everything planned, which is what we should be doing.
Yeah, you know, and I just, the one more thing that I'll touch on that is I really, 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 truly believe that you will never hit your potential of success if you don't have a structured morning routine, period.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And Tara, I'm going to brag on Manuel for a moment here. So speaking of structure and discipline, Manuel is part of a group that they're all in California, and they're on this call every morning, which means 6:20 a.m. where he is right now.
He
wants they're here every day.
Yeah, he wants it.
I'm impressed. You
I
know,
appreciate that.
Lance, you had your hand up. I hope you're still here. If you are, please take yourself off mute.
Oh, wait, Lance.
Hi, John.
There he is.
Hi, Tara.
Hi.
I love you. Listen.
Love you.
So always full of great nuggets. I have my first question was already asked and answered, so I'm going to ask another one. Do you still do script and role play? And if so, how often?
100%. So 3 days a week, especially more because we have to get back to the basics. Because we have to get back to the basics, I've hit the pavement again. I'm back to script practicing and role playing. I set up an accountability group. We're the 8 a.m. club, we call it, and where we practice for 15 minutes, or we send out what we had wrote, because it's write it, chant it, record it, repeat it, right? So you're writing it out. And the way that my coach would have me do it is you're writing it out 30 times in 30 days, right? So you're writing out the script, you're reading it, you're chanting it, and you're role playing it. And you do all of that for 30 days for each script, and you will master it. So it's easy. The scripts that I have been working on currently is the questions about the way mortgages will work and what their options will be if they have a lower interest rate. And that's the reason why they don't want to move. I'm working on that one right now, and back to expireds. So going back to the basics, pre-COVID.
Thank you.
Love it. Love it.
And one thing that I'll add on that one, honestly, and because my situation is different, because I'm now like, my goal would eventually be that I'm just 100% coach and just take my referral business. If you're on this call and you're not role playing and script practicing, you're really not in business. It's 5 days a week until you master everything. 5 days a week consistently. And literally, it's one of your 5 jobs as a real estate agent. If you're not doing it, you're not in business.
Agree with that. Ariana, you're up.
Hi, Tara. Good morning.
Hey, girl.
I just want to ask, what do you do for motivations? I know a lot of agents here, not everybody, but we have a lot of new agents. For motivation, I've been in your coaching on Mondays with Steve. I know you're a big fan of putting notes for yourself, what you say before, to keep you motivated during the day. So what do you recommend for motivation in general? Can we have our days? I know we have a a plan to get to our goal, but to keep us that motivation, what do you suggest? Read a book, put yourself notes, something that you might listen to that it might help, some of us.
Are we talking about, just for clarity, are we talking about motivation.
Just mindset. Yeah.
Mindset on a daily
motivation.
basis, or are we talking about
Yes.
mindset when we're feeling like we're in a funk?
Daily basis, like to keep you,
That goes back to
daily
morning
basis.
routine. That
Okay.
it literally goes back to morning routine. So this morning, I sat outside, and the first thing I do in the morning, after I check my Google alerts, is I have a 5-second journal. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for, 3 things that would make today a win, and one is my affirmation. My affirmation this morning was, I am a powerful warrior goddess. And the things that I was grateful for was Glover U being in upstate Michigan, and also I had a really powerful connection yesterday, and I wrote out the 3 things that would be a win. And then the second part to that is I either read 15 pages or I read for 15 minutes. Today I read the short version, which is the daily version of Think and Grow Rich. And it's the morning, right? It's the morning. And then I think I just saw Lance's, because I think this might be where it will lead to, is because it could be a podcast, right? Like, you guys have drive time to things. What are you listening to? Like, what are you reading? And I think people too misunderstand that reading a book is not cover to cover. I read an average of 64 books a year. There's a reason why I probably outsell others. I'm just saying. So what reading, like, I'll literally look at the glossary and be like, what am I looking for today? Like, what is my goal? And I topic stack. I stack topics on top of each other based on what I'm looking for to accomplish that month. For example, last month was wealth. I only read books, listened to podcasts, and listened to news articles around wealth only. That was my one thing, wealth, right? So what is it, your one thing that you intend to master right now, and you need the most improvement in? And then I would focus just on surrounding yourself with the podcasts and news articles and books about that. And then secondly, when I'm in a funk, because I just saw that, Lance, it happens often, especially as a super high energy, my bucket is a little bit bigger than most. So it takes me a little bit to fill it back up. And when I am in a funk, I have a contingency plan. And my contingency plan is in my phone. And some things cost nothing, some things cost something. And so some of the things would be, go shopping at Target, go to an old bookstore, put my toes in the sand, book a Manny, plan a fishing trip, like call my Nana, make a gratitude call, FaceTime my godchildren. And I shared this list with my friends, with my closest tribe, my high vibe tribe, I call them. And so when I'm in a funk, they're like, Tara, what can we pull from our contingency plan today? So share your goals and your contingency plan. Make a list of all the things that bring you joy, and that's your contingency plan.
Thank you. Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay. Wow. That's it. And that went by super fast. I'm not going to ask you if you guys got value today. I know you did. Please share your gratitude with Tara Carter. Tara, from me to you, thank you for being here with us today. This was fun. It was great to be back in a training session with you. It's been a while. And thank you for all you do for everyone, for the lives that you're changing. I love what I see.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And I put my Instagram in there too. I'm an open book. So any questions? And you guys have John. I honestly do not know many people like John. John, you are one of the most incredible leaders and coaches and trainers that I know. And I am forever, ever grateful for you. And I know that you are a big reason of why I am where I am at today, and why I'm on the right path to getting to where I'm about to go, because it's about to get crazy.
Love it. I love it. Tara, I just share one little story with you. So when you said that one of the things in your future is to be a bold coach and you're auditioning, so just know it's already happened. You've already been selected. So
It's mine.
Just go audition, because you already own it. And I immediately flashed back to the first bold that you attended, and I was in the room with you.
12 bolds ago.
It was so long. Yeah. And day one, you came in my office. That's all I'll share, right? Let's just say you've come a long, long way.
Yes, you mean just have the breakdown. Just force your. Well, that's the thing. Success suicide. Like force yourself to have a breakdown so you can actually work through and push through the barriers and really have breakthroughs. We all know what we need to do. We just don't do it. Why don't you do it? Probably because your why is not big enough. You don't even know why you're doing this. You don't even know why you get up in the morning. You have no idea. Start there and figure that out if your numbers are not where you need to be, because this is the middle of the year. So you set goals in the beginning of the year. Well, we're in mid-year. You only got like 5 months left. So if you're not where you need to be, who do you need to become? And how do you need to discover what your why is in order to fix that?
Yeah, there you go. Closing with this, that was amazing. I want you to hear what Tara just said. It was be, do, have. It starts with be. You can't get to have without be. All right, Tara Carter, rock star.
Love you guys. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
you.
being here today.
Have a phenomenal day. Thanks for flamingling with me. Bye.
All of you, just an update. So tomorrow's Friday. I'm flying to Asheville, speaking at an event in Asheville. Looking forward to seeing a few of you there. And just one final reminder. We will not be here tomorrow. We are taking the day off for Survive to Thrive. I will see all of you Monday morning at 9 a.m. Until then, make it a great day.
Have a safe trip, and we'll see you Monday.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Safe travels, John.
Thank you, Lance.